Tomato ketchup isn't just a condiment. It's a universal sauce, found in nearly every kitchen, burger, and portion of fries around the world. But have you ever wondered how it's produced on an industrial scale? How do millions of tomatoes transform into the thick, rich, and perfectly balanced sauce we all know and love? Today, we're diving deep into one of the world's largest ketchup factories, where technology, chemistry, mechanics, and culinary precision come together to create a taste we've known since childhood. Ketchup production doesn't begin in the kitchen. It starts in the fields. Around 95% of all processing tomatoes in the U.S. are grown in California. These are a special variety with thick skins and dense flesh, perfect for withstanding mechanical harvesting and long transport. 2 to 3 weeks before harvest, farmers stop irrigating the fields. This isn't by chance. The result is a higher concentration of tomato solids and a more intense flavor. Tomatoes stay on the vine for about 90 days before being harvested by massive machines. Harvesting is carried out using massive machines designed for precision and speed. The harvester cuts the plant stems, lifts them inside, and shakes them to separate the ripe tomatoes. Special metal tines knock the tomatoes loose, and an onboard sorting system begins its work. Underripe, damaged, or green tomatoes are rejected instantly using laser scanners that analyze the color of each fruit. Only the bright red, perfectly ripe tomatoes are allowed through and collected into trailers, each holding up to 300,000 tomatoes. Up to 24 trucks a day arrive at the factory, each carrying about 22 tons of fresh tomatoes. To avoid bruising during unloading, the trailer is filled with water, and the tomatoes are floated out gently. From there, they enter long water flumes where the first round of cleaning begins. The system uses gravity and flowing water. Heavy debris and stones sink to the bottom, while the tomatoes float onward. Not only is this efficient, it also prevents mechanical damage and ensures the fruit is handled gently from field to factory. The tomatoes first enter bubbling water baths. Rising air bubbles gently agitate the water, causing the tomatoes to spin and loosen dirt. They are then lifted onto a conveyor belt, where they're sprayed with high-pressure jets of clean water. Next comes electronic sorting. Cameras and sensors scan each tomato. Those that appear underripe, cracked, or discolored are immediately rejected by pneumatic fingers and redirected to compost or reprocessing. The selected tomatoes are briefly treated with hot water. This softens the skins and prepares them for gentle peeling. Rubber rollers and water jets then remove the skins without damaging the flesh. After peeling comes dicing. High-speed stainless steel blades chop the tomatoes into neat pieces. This stage is crucial. The structure of the diced pieces affects the smoothness of the future puree, and ultimately, the taste of the finished ketchup. Now, it's time for pureeing. The diced tomatoes are fed into powerful crushers that turn them into a rich, smooth mass. A vibrant tomato puree. Here, the goal is to achieve a silky texture while preserving the fresh tomato flavor. The puree then passes through filters and sieves to remove any leftover skins and seeds. This step is critical. These residues can ruin the ketchup's consistency and flavor. What remains is a velvety base that will become the heart of the sauce. Next comes one of the most important steps: evaporation. The puree is pumped into massive stainless steel vats heated by steam. The goal is to remove excess water without scorching the mixture. Constant stirring keeps it from sticking to the sides. This stage can take several hours. The result is a thick, rich tomato paste, concentrated and flavorful. In this form, it can be stored for long periods and used later to prepare various ketchup recipes. When it's time to make ketchup, the paste is rehydrated with water to the desired consistency. Then, vinegar, sugar, salt, spices, and natural flavors are added to specialized cooking tanks. The sequence of ingredient addition is strictly controlled. Spices go in first, while vinegar and oils are added at the end to preserve their aroma. Meanwhile, a sautéed mix of onions and garlic and sunflower oil is prepared separately. It's added to the blend to deepen the flavor and give the ketchup its unmistakable richness. When all the ingredients, tomato paste, water, vinegar, sugar, salt, spices, and sautéed vegetables, are combined in massive cooking kettles, the real culinary process begins, simmering. The mixture is heated to 90 to 95 degrees Celsius and slowly reduced for 15 to 30 minutes. This stage is all about balance. Heat releases the essential oils from the spices, caramelizes the sugars, and intensifies the acidity of the vinegar. Cooking allows all the flavors to merge into a harmonious blend. Every factory has its own unique recipe. Some make a sweeter ketchup, others add a garlicky kick, or even subtle notes of cinnamon and clove. After cooking, the ketchup goes through powerful homogenizers, high-pressure pumps that break down remaining particles and create a perfectly uniform texture. This is what gives ketchup its smooth, lump-free, non-grainy consistency. Homogenization also affects product stability. Thanks to this process, ketchup doesn't separate during storage and squeezes out smoothly every time. The finished ketchup is transferred into special holding tanks, where it's quickly heated to 85 to 95 degrees Celsius. This is pasteurization, the step that eliminates all potential bacteria, molds, and microbes. Precision is critical here. Too low a temperature, and the product may not be safe. Too high, and the flavor will suffer. Pasteurization only takes a few minutes, but it ensures freshness and shelf life without the need for preservatives. Now comes one of the most impressive stages, filling. Ketchup travels through sealed pipes into automatic bottling lines. Every bottle or pouch is steam sterilized before being filled. Dosing is accurate to the gram, with a margin of error less than 0.5%. The containers are then sealed with caps or film and moved to the labeling line. Modern equipment can fill up to 30,000 units per hour. Cameras check for proper sealing, cap presence, label alignment, and barcode readability. Before ketchup reaches store shelves, it undergoes rigorous testing. Random samples from each batch are selected and analyzed. Taste and aroma. A tasting panel assesses sweetness, acidity, and spice balance. Density and viscosity. Viscometers measure the flow and consistency. Color and uniformity. Spectrophotometers compare the color to industry standards. Sterility. Samples are incubated at different temperatures to ensure no microbial activity. If even one parameter is off, the entire batch is stopped. Quality always comes before speed. Finished products head to automated warehouses. Temperatures are maintained at 18 to 20 degrees Celsius to prevent overheating, which could darken the ketchup and degrade flavor. The FIFO system, first in, first out, ensures the freshest products reach stores first. Every box and bottle is digitally tracked, from the production date to the packaging line. This makes it easy to recall any item if needed, protecting both consumers and the brand. The warehouse isn't the end. It's the beginning of the next phase. Ketchup is palletized and loaded onto refrigerated trucks or insulated containers. Shipments go to supermarkets, restaurants, and international distributors. A single factory can ship over 500 tons of ketchup per day. Fun fact, every country has its own flavor preference. In Germany, ketchup tends to be sweeter. In Mexico, spicier. In India, with bold spice notes. And in Japan, sometimes with added soy sauce. Ketchup is more than tomatoes, sugar, and vinegar. It's the result of engineering precision, agricultural expertise, culinary science, and seamless logistics. a simple sauce that has circled the globe and become a cultural staple in hundreds of countries. So next time you open a bottle of ketchup, remember, behind every drop stands a whole factory, fields of tomatoes, and tomorrow's technology, all created to bring just a little more flavor to your day.